What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It looks like we've got another social media fight going on between Devoin and Briana for the millionth time. I really debated even making this video because I truly feel bad that this is going on in public for poor little Nova to see online, because I'm sure she's at that age where she is reading these things, at least in secret, on, you know, her iPad, her computer, whatever it might be, and her friends from school and gymnastics know about it as well. Anyway, so this is the backstory behind this fight in particular. Devoin's mother, Sharita, went to an outlet and gave an interview claiming that Nova was being fed lines by the producers of Teen Mom 2 to make it seem as though she is kind of estranged from Devoin's side of the family, namely her and like everybody there, and that she's not as close to her dad as she actually is in real life. Sharita actually went as far as to say, and I quote, "It's painful for me to watch Nova on the show now. She has to try to remember her lines, what the producers are telling her to say." So if you watch some recent episodes, you can see Nova struggling to understand what is happening. I saw her answer a question and then she had to change her answer to fit the script. It happened several times. Anybody watching saw that. Of course, Briana read the article and was not at all pleased with it, so she went on a huge rant on her Instagram that read, and I quote, "Hashtag link in bio. This is not clickbait at all, and I'll gladly leave comments on this one as I think you all should know what's really going on. I am frankly fuming that Devoin's mother decided to run to the press and labor a ton of false allegations against the Teen Mom producers, me, and negatively discuss my family when Devoin has continued to do so many things that are wrong. Sharita, you know damn well where things stand with Devoin and I right now, and rather than sit down and let us try to work through our drama, you decided to run to the press and add gasoline to the fire." Quick break here, you guys. How ironic is it that Briana is complaining that someone decided to run to the media to add fuel to the fire of a problem rather than talk through it, right? Continuing right along here. Real mature review. Do you see my mother out here giving interviews about Devoin to the press right now? Again, another break. No, Roxanne might not be giving interviews to the press, but she is talking very poorly about him on the show in public, and she's also the hood rat who stood up on a table at a restaurant ready to beat him down. And didn't she also throw a vase at him? Let's not try and act like she is the patron saint of maturity here, because she's clearly not. Back to her claims again. "Oh, and cute picture of you and Nova. I still stand by what I said, that you're not really a big part of her life, and I stand by all the things I've said about Devoin. The hashtag link in bio has my full response to her BS interview, which I've attached screenshots of in the next few slides. I was so appalled and angry at the comments Sharita said, I basically gave a book as a response, hence why I can't write it all down here. Sharita, kindly sit down and shut up. Enough is enough. Nova isn't a toddler. She's old enough to know the truth, and she knows who is there for her and who is not, and doesn't need to be, quote, fed lines to understand that. Just get the F out of here with your BS. Thank you. Next." And a bunch of angry emojis. So Devoin screen captioned that thing that I just read. Briana's like caption, and then he put it on his Instagram story. And okay, let's get into what he said. He said, "LOL, this bad-bodied, oblong shaped BITCH, disrespectful to my mother? Oh, you know I'm about to turn up. Better hope my sister don't slap the Dejesus out of your ass, and you are gonna be left with your real last name from the daddy you don't know. This internet beef SHIT is a light." Guys, I feel so bad for Nova. I can't say that enough. Both of these people consistently taking it there to the gutter is just, it's gotta be hard for her. He continued on to say, "I'll never stand on the words edited by another mother effer. Anything I say won't be edited and won't SHIT be left out. All that slick TV SHIT and slick internet comments without rebuttal is dead. Hashtag the real." No words, honestly. But I did manage to grab a couple of lines from the response that Briana gave to the Hollywood Gossip, some of the highlights for you. So basically, in response to Devoin's mother's claims that Nova is becoming confused because, you know, she's being fed lines to believe that she's not as close to her family as she is, Briana called that dumb. She says Nova is old enough to know when her dad is messing up and not stepping up. She also says that being said, Nova is going to be a part of the show whether Sharita likes it or not. And let's be honest, if Sharita Sharita and Devoin were being painted in the glorious light they so desired to be painted in, they'd have no problem with the show. Next, Sharita claims Nova has to remember lines for the show. Sharita, what in the actual FUCK are you talking about? Teen Mom 2 is a reality show. Of course, producers want us to discuss certain situations, but there is never a script or lines to state. That is just completely false and defamatory. When it comes to Sharita being worried about the way Nova might feel about her classmates or gymnastics mates, you know, seeing everything play out about her life on television, Briana says that, listen, I will talk to Nova about it, like if it would come up, but it's never been an issue thus far. And she would also pull Nova from the show if she didn't want to film anymore. Remember, Sharita says that she's sad to see Nova on the show and she doesn't want her on the show anymore. And so she's like, you know, it's interesting to see Sharita want to paint herself as the worried grandmother when, unlike my mother, she's been absent in about 99.9% of Nova's life. If she's so concerned about Nova during filming, why the hell did she sit in the garage and refuse to come inside where she could have intervened with what was going on? That's because she didn't care. And what it comes down to is Sharita is upset about the fact that Devoin is being exposed for who he is on the show. And Devoin is upset about, you know, not making enough money for himself on the show as well. I really don't know, you guys. I really don't know. You would think that at a certain point they would learn, all of these people, to keep their drama off the internet for the sake of their daughter, but they just keep going and going and going and going. But it's not surprising because this is what they do on the television show, right? Like constantly expose the worst, most personal parts of their children's lives for profit. So what can you really say at this point? What can you really say? Except, you know, I really want to know whether or not you guys think Sharita is telling the truth about the kids of Teen Mom being fed lines. We all know the producers prompt them to talk about certain things, but she's outright saying that she is being fed lines and she's trying to remember her lines. I personally think that something's not right with what Sharita is claiming. I don't know the full backstory of Sharita, but something tells me that something is a little bit amiss with her, and it's kind of coming out in these sorts of statements. Because remember, I think it is true that she was absent in Nova's life for years. So for her to be talking about being fed lines, this and that, maybe Devoin is claiming that to her and she's running with it, like, you know, delusional parents, the way that Ryan's parents run with certain things that he tells them about Macy and Bentley. That is what I am kind of suspecting, but I'm really looking forward to hearing your own opinions about it. So please make sure to leave them in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.